why I've been. Hi, I'm your host Lise.
Hey, I'm your host Alessia, and welcome to the Deadly Cookies podcast.
Fresh out of the oven.
A safe space for the girls, gays, and nays where we talk about serious topics like overthrowing the patriarchy.
And not so serious topics like story times and music.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome back.
Welcome back to the second episode of the Deadly Cookies podcast.
Yes.
So, how are you? Like, I'm always asking you, how have you been?
Good, it's nice that someone asks me. I'm good. I'm really good. Yeah, I'm a little bit sore. My ab muscles ache. I did a workout this morning.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm in pain. Also, because I walked all the way here in my high boots after doing a workout.
I really want to get into working out again.
I'm trying to. That's why I did one. I was going to do a 30-minute one this morning, and I did 10 minutes, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
I get that, though. But it's a good start. You did something,
Yeah.
you know?
I've been going on runs, but the weather has been really bad lately, and I don't...
It's been raining.
I went out the other day to go on a run, and it started really raining. It was that day that was really rainy.
Yes.
It started... I don't know why I didn't think, oh, it's rainy outside. It's probably going to rain harder. No, I didn't think that. I was like, oh, it's just a little bit of rain. I'll be fine. I got soaked. It was so bad. I wasn't even running. I was just
Moral
cold.
of the story, don't go on runs.
Don't go on runs.
See, that's I'm just smart. I just don't.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of impact when you run. It's bad for your bones. Don't do it. It's dangerous.
You age faster.
Yeah. Really bad. Really, really bad. And now all I have to show for that run is aching muscles. And my neck hurts.
I'm not trying to discourage anyone from going running. Like, you go, like, I can't do it.
No, I get that.
I
It's
hate
not for
running.
everyone. It's not for everyone.
I like working out, doing, like, I don't know, dance workouts or, like, cardio or, like, different types of, like, or, like, reps or, like, reps. I'm okay with doing reps,
Yes.
but running has never been my...
The thing is that I've noticed lately is that I'm also anxious when I'm running because I don't want to run in front of people.
Oh.
Like, the other day I took, like, a back street and there was a group of teenage boys and I stopped running. That's awful.
Yeah.
Like, so bad. Like, I'm so oppressed by men that even running in front of them, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
can't do
I
that.
know. I mean, I get that. Like, just walking and seeing a man, like...
Exactly. So imagine, like, running past and I was like, no,
Yeah.
I can't. I
mean...
Yeah. So bad. That's on that fun note.
So, what are we going to be talking about today?
We are going to be talking about a few fun topics, a bit more serious.
Yeah, like, we're going to talk a bit about meditation and its benefits and journaling and, like, how we do it and...
and astral projection.
And a bit of its history.
Yes, a little bit of its history. Like, super interesting. We've always been super interested in all of these things, and I feel like we've been talking a lot about these things lately, and
yeah, it's something that really resonates with us right now. So
so we thought we'd talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to Berlin next week.
Yep, she's
not next week. I'm going this week, like Saturday.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like, we recorded the third episode before we were recording this one. So the next episode is a bit about our favorites for like February.
Yeah.
So
but we're not in February anymore when we're recording this.
No, we aren't. But yeah, like so if
she's off to Berlin, she's leaving us. Yeah, we've only got a couple of days left.
Yeah. And like, we're pre-recording like these 2 episodes, so we can like be on schedule.
Yeah. I'm excited when you come back from Berlin. Like, hopefully we'll have some more things to talk about.
Well, apparently everything's shut down and like quarantine has been like postponed, like everything's
prolonged.
Yeah, it's like shut down, like bars and
nothing be open.
No, like malls, everything's closed.
Oh.
Apparently museums are open, but
yeah. Are you gonna go see any family while you're there?
Yes. I don't know, honestly. I don't have a lot of plans. I'm just gonna be there for 2 weeks.
It'll be nice to be somewhere else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad how like they're like closing, like everything's closed there, and now that bars have been opening back here, I'm leaving there. And then when they open, like, which is probably going to be like next month, I'm going to be back here. And hopefully they don't close everything back down.
No, hopefully we'll be working and
it's gonna be an experience, because like, what do you do in a big city? You know, you go to like places and
shops, bars,
and it's gonna be closed. And my grandma, like, we're staying at my grandmother's house, and she has no Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, I can't imagine living with no Wi-Fi.
I mean, I'm probably gonna have it like internet on my phone. I kind of so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I guess.
So you're gonna be gone, and I can't even reach you.
I mean, you can always text me.
Yeah, true.
It's me who's gonna text you all the time because I have nothing better to do.
That's okay.
Oh wait, like,
what?
They've updated Minecraft.
Oh, is this you asking me to play Minecraft?
No, I'm not gonna even be able to play Minecraft with you. I'm just informing you that they have updated Minecraft, so I'm just gonna play Minecraft. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna have no one else to hang out with, so I'm gonna be playing The Sims as well. Looking forward to that.
I mean, what I want to focus on though is like working out too. Like, I want to start working out too.
I want to be more productive during the day. Work out.
But it's more of a spring thing too. Yeah. Like, you kind of the weather starts being nicer. You kind of want to do more stuff. Like,
my goal is to go on a run every single day.
My seasonal depression is gone. Yes.
I mean, when it gets sunnier, because these days have not been that great, I will feel a lot better. I'm hoping that we'll get some nice sunshine, and I'll go out on runs, work out, definitely. I want to do some spring cleaning. I want to reorganize my whole bedroom, spring cleaning things. Clean, tidy room, tidy mind.
I did that with all of my clothes, and honestly, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Because I'm in between of like, I guess I'm kind of like preparing to move out. Yeah. Because they're kicking me out of the house. So, my stuff is all over the place. So.
Yeah, but I get that though. I'm like compacting my things, like really getting rid of things that I don't need.
Exactly.
So if I ever do need to move out, like it's just the bare necessities that I've got left,
But I feel like, in general, I'm a minimalist. I don't hoard a lot of things.
I wish I was, but like, I have a memory box.
I mean, that doesn't make you doesn't make.
Like, it's the memory box, and then it's a blanket. It's a doll that I've kept from my childhood. It's some other dolls I've kept from my childhood. It's stuff I've taken from my grandmother's house that I don't necessarily use, but I keep for the. Yeah, I am a little bit. I'm not a minimalist. I wish I could.
And that's okay. You don't have to be.
No, exactly. I love minimalism. Like, I aspire to be a minimalist because it just sounds so serene. But I clutter. I surround myself with clutter, and then I have trouble getting rid of it.
Because like, you're like people think minimalism. This just turned to an episode about minimalism. No, people think that minimalism is about just like not having anything. No. But it's not true. Like, minimalism is about having the things that you need. You can have a lot of stuff, but it's things
Marie
that you
Kondo
need.
Is?
Yes.
Well, she says, you should only keep things that bring you joy.
Exactly.
And everything brings me joy. No, I'm joking. But my clothes, my belongings, those things do.
I have a lot of clothes. Like, I consider myself a minimalist, but I have a lot my
Yes,
because
the thing.
You enjoy that. Yeah. Like, I have a lot of
passion,
art. I have a lot of art supplies. My Spanish coming out también.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a lot of art supplies, and I've got stuff, but I use it. They bring me joy. They're like my passion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, to what degree do you have to be a minimalist where you have like nothing? You have 5 things. No, I think it's just the mindset of keeping things you need.
I think the definition like about minimalism is very personal too. Yes. Like, you shouldn't, like, it doesn't it's not necessary for you to follow other people's idea of minimalism. You know, like if someone says, oh, you're not a minimalist because you own that, like you don't, that's not true. Like you kind of define minimalism on your own terms, if that makes any sense.
Of course, yeah. The idea is I just want to get rid of some things that do make me feel stressed out, because I get very stressed out by belongings, you know. I look around
I get
and
that.
I think, I don't want all this, you know. But you know, I need it, so, and I like it. Okay, so starting with meditation. So meditation is a practice where an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought, or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Some benefits of meditation are it reduces stress, it helps with anxiety, you sleep better, you regulate your emotions, it improves emotional health, makes you kinder, and helps you focus on the present. So, Alessia, do you meditate often?
I think I try to. I want to. I mean, I want to get better at it. I'm supposed to meditate minimum twice a day. Like, I've been told by a therapist I should meditate twice a day, but I find it very hard to remember. I haven't picked up the habit yet. Yeah. But I definitely want to start meditating more. What about you?
It's on my list to like make it a like kind of a daily practice. Right now I'm doing it more often. It helps me calm down in the evening/night. Like I do it to sleep better, and right now I'm also working to learn astral projection. So I'm kind of meditating to reach that goal, to be able to astral project. So that's why I've been doing it more. But it's not been like a meditation to like not think about anything. It's been a meditation to help me to astral project.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and it also helps me sleep.
Yeah.
Like
I started meditating in the past as a way to center myself before practicing witchcraft. So like I would use it to center myself, like kind of ground myself, you know, just again, center myself. But it's something when I practice less, I stop doing, which is sad. But I was told by a therapist that because I have BDD, which is body dysmorphia disorder, I was advised as a way to deal with this and a way to train my mind to use meditation. So they recommended for me to do twice a day in the morning and evening to use meditation as a way to, because the whole idea with BDD is that you have a lot of intrusive thoughts that you can't control about your appearance, about how people perceive you. It's almost like you don't know what you look like, and it's a whole other topic. But I was told to use meditation as a way to clear my mind, almost. So acknowledge thoughts happening and then let them go. So as I'm trying to clear my head, but as these thoughts pop in, I'm using like the technique to let it go. Kind
of like a wave.
Yes. You acknowledge it's happened and then you let the thought go.
That's
and
very
all this
interesting.
while meditating. Yeah, so you do like 3 minutes of taking in your surroundings, how you're feeling, all the while letting thoughts go, and then you do another 3 minutes of like feeling the sense, you know, your body senses, like noticing how you feel. And it, like I did it a couple of weeks ago, I was very into it and doing it all the time, and yeah, it's really helped me a lot, honestly. Like it's one of the only things that's helped me. It's helped me learn to control my thoughts.
That's a very good tip. Honestly.
It's a great technique. I recommend it with anyone struggling with any type of like intrusive thoughts and like stress from school or anything. Take the time to meditate and you really will like help yourself. For me, for example, like meditating when I feel anxious, it doesn't help for me. Like which is like very different from like your intrusive thoughts. Yeah, it all stems from a bit of anxiety. For
me, like when I say that, it doesn't help me with anxiety. It's when I'm maybe having an anxiety attack, or like when I feel like very like my heart beating very fast, and like if someone tells me to breathe, to calm down, and to like meditate, it's not gonna help.
Of course.
It's just gonna stress me out more. And so my mom used to tell me that, you know, she used to be like, oh, you're feeling anxious, just like try and breathe and relax. And I'm just like, that's not how it works. Like, at least it doesn't work for me. So it apparently does help with anxiety, but maybe it's more of a like not doing it in the moment. Maybe just overall anxiety.
You can do to control you do it when you're not feeling particularly anxious, but you do it to learn how to control your thoughts for when you are feeling anxious, so you can clear your head when you're feeling anxious. You know, it's a practice that you can use. You know, I would find it very hard to go from being extremely anxious to meditating. It's almost like 100 to going down to it's opposites. Yes, it would be. Maybe people do that and they have beneficial experiences doing that, but yeah, I could see how it would be hard.
I think it's also interesting to use meditation to focus on the present. Because sometimes it's very easy to get caught up, like lost kind of in how quickly time passes by. And it's very interesting to take a moment to just breathe and like meditate and just focus on your present, just focus on your body, on your mind, on like whatever you choose to focus on while you're doing that meditation. And it's just, you feel so light afterwards. It's actually very...
It helps me notice so many things about my body and, you know, how I'm feeling. You know, it gives me so much clarity to meditate. And it's really a shame that I don't do it at, like, more than I do.
I mean, I definitely get that. But, like, I feel, for me, it's hard to meditate if I don't have a goal in mind. Like, right now I'm meditating to be able to astral project, to help me to do that. But you can do like different meditations that have a certain purpose. And I mean, you don't have to do that. You don't have to meditate with a purpose. But it helps me personally to have like a goal while you're meditating, you know, like, oh, I want to meditate to sleep better, or, oh, I want to meditate to reduce my anxiety, or,
no, I get that.
Know? And just, I guess that if you have a goal, you're maybe most likely to do it just more often, like how you said, like it helps with your body dysmorphia. Like if you're working towards something, you know, maybe it helps you make it more of a daily practice.
Yes, exactly. I need to do it every day, technically, but finding the motivation to meditate is like, very hard.
No, I get that, but like also something I'm gonna also mention while you're journaling, like while we talk about journaling, is that for me, like forcing myself to do it just makes it doesn't work, because it makes you feel it makes you develop a negative feeling towards that thing, because you're forcing yourself to do it, you know. I mean, at least that's how it is for me.
You've really got to feel it, you know. Like I couldn't, like you said, I couldn't just meditate any moment. Like I would love to, but like I've really got to be feeling it, you know.
Because there a lot of people meditate and journal in the mornings. It doesn't.
I don't think I could do that.
Like it helps me in the evening, like or like night, when I know I can relax and I'm already like calmed down and I know that I don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. But like meditating in the mornings while I have like a to-do list, like things
so much on my mind. I couldn't. It would be so hard to meditate. And honestly, you're right. I only meditate when I have a specific goal. Maybe I am feeling super anxious and I do an anti-anxiety meditation, or for my BDD, or in the past I've used meditation to do things like the past life regression, you know, to meet your spirit guides. Or like one of my goals is I want to meditate right now to kind of not like have an out of body experience, but like that kind of feeling you get when you're meditating, of like you're floating. Like that was my goal, to meditate, you know, to get that feeling.
I used to use guided meditations to get that, and now I can, now, like, I've been doing it so often, that's why I'm kind of proud of myself. But I can reach that very easily.
Yes.
Like, it does get easier the more you practice it, the easier you reach that point, like, faster.
I found that I reached that point a lot quicker when I started meditating with frequencies. So when I started using the 528 frequency, like, I found that I could get to that point so quickly. It's something about that frequency that is just really good for me.
I don't know, like, exactly what I use. I use some, like, but right now I don't use guided meditations anymore. I just...
Yeah, I guess not me either. Like, sometimes I do when I'm specifically very anxious and I think
it helps for beginners. Like, you can for beginners, like, guided meditations, you can find them on YouTube, you can find them on Spotify. Great. Like, it's a great way, because, like, kind of you try different guided meditations, and, like, once you're, like, familiar with, like, meditating, you can kind of pick and choose and, like, use what works best for you, and just, like, make your own kind of meditation routine out of like what works for you.
Definitely. And honestly, now I find that the guided meditation, sometimes even the person's voice annoys me. I honestly do find the frequency is amazing. So if you would like to try something else, I definitely recommend trying a frequency. The one I use is a frequency for self-love and intuition and just peace and healing. It's a very good frequency. In fact, they say it's better than the one that was super popular a while ago, which I think was 400 and something.
480?
For something like that. Yeah. But it was kind of debunked, saying that, no, this one is better, you know.
There's, like, so many meditations for different things. You just gotta kind of find out what you want to do, like, what your goal is while meditating, I guess. I mean, if it's just to clear your mind, if it's self-exploration, if it's just...
Exactly.
You have meditations for everything, so it's a big, like...
But everyone should definitely try it. I think you're missing out if you're not trying it, because it's definitely almost a strange feeling, you know. It's new.
It's hard in the beginning, like
it's very hard.
It's hard in the beginning, so just give yourself a couple of tries. Just don't put any pressure on yourself.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so our second topic, like the second section of, like, today's episode is about journaling. And, journaling is writing your thoughts on a piece of paper with a pen, or, like, on a computer. I don't know, like, whatever works for you. Just
getting thoughts down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does help with getting to know yourself better, recognizing behavior patterns by analyzing your day-to-day, like, specific situations, and, like, what triggers them. It's also a good opportunity for positive thoughts and gratitude, and identifying negative thoughts. So how to journal, I've got some points. So you can, like, do it often. Like, journaling often is the best way to, like, just kind of make it a habit to journal when you can. And you should just, like, write down what feels right, and use your journal as you see fit. Make it easy, have it near. Those are some good tips. I feel like that's a good way to get into journaling. Just have your journal near. I have it next to my bed.
No expectations, just get into it. Like, I find before I could never journal. Like, I was so lazy about it. Like, what's the point? But I really like what you said about it's an opportunity for positive thoughts, you know. I really like that, you know.
It's you gotta write in your journal knowing that no one's gonna ever read it.
No.
So it's just your thoughts, unfiltered. Like, I don't care about mistakes, like grammatical mistakes. Like,
no,
I don't care. I just write it down, because I know that it's just a way, like, to get
everything out.
Yes.
No, it's definitely like a form of therapy, you know, writing. And lately I've been doing it a little bit. Not all the time, but like I said, no pressure. I just do it when I feel like it, when I really got to get something out. And pen to paper, it's really good therapy, you know. I just let it all out, and it helps me realize things, you know. Like, when I'm worried about something, writing it down takes the weight off your shoulders.
Yes,
it really
it does.
You know, it's almost like you're venting to this piece of paper, and it takes a big weight off your shoulders, and you realize things as you're writing. You're like, oh wow, I've just written that. And
yeah, because like there are some things that you don't want to specifically talk about, but you still kind of have to get it out. And writing it down on a piece of paper and knowing that no one's ever gonna read it.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's really good.
So I've had a journal as long as I can remember. I guess it's been because my mom also has had journals, and I feel like seeing a grown woman using journals has kind of inspired me to use journals, I guess, because I feel like in movies or like TV shows, it's always made fun of, dear journal.
Yeah, like dear diary. Yeah.
Dear diary.
Yeah.
I have a crush on this boy. Yeah, like that's just, I think it's bullshit. You know, like that's what you write in your journal, I guess, when you're like 10 years old. But it's kind of made fun of, like having a journal.
Yeah.
It's a thing, like everything that you like see that's for like teenage girls is made fun of, and journals is such a teenage girl thing.
Yeah.
I'm quoting, I'm like air quoting. I don't know however you say that. But it's just such a great way to like write down your thoughts, no matter how old you are, and like gender.
It's very interesting. And I have a question. Do you ever reread what you've written?
I actually, yes and no. Like I've read like my past journals, but it's been more of it's a rare occurrence.
Yeah. See, I personally feel like I couldn't. Like, I don't want to know what I've written. Like, I feel like I've left that stress on those pages. Like, I guess I don't really write enough positive things that I want to reread. Like, that's why I really was interested in, like, getting positive thoughts out there.
That's very, like, that's, I saw this girl. I don't remember where this is from, but, there was this girl that talked about that she had two journals. One where she wrote down every positive thing, like everything she wants to remember.
Oh, interesting.
And like she had another one where she wrote down negative things and like just things that she doesn't want to remember. And at the end of the year, she kept the one with the positive things, and she just like burned the one with the negative things.
That is such a good idea. I really actually want to do that, because I find that I don't reread it because I'm only using it for negative. And then when you mentioned it's an opportunity for positive thoughts, I was like, yes, I should do that, you know? I've tried to use prompts in the past that, you know, ask you those questions of like, what are you grateful from today? And I never stick to that because I want to write down everything that I'm anxious about and it's causing me stress.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's a two-way street. You should do both, you know?
I feel like I thought about doing that, what I just mentioned, but I feel like the negative, like, parts of my life are a big part of me. So I feel like if I look back on that, if I want to see how I felt, I do read, like...
okay.
You know,
I kind of get it.
It's not, I mean, it's not for everyone.
Definitely
but,
not.
like, I feel like it's, for me, it's a big part for like growth, I guess.
Okay.
And just remembering how I felt in a certain moment for me, and being able to see how much like progress I have from that moment, is something that just, I don't know.
I get it. It's hard for me to get, but I get it, I guess. But I would never want to reread like my negative thoughts, because it's a technique that I was shown to postpone, you know, negative thoughts, and I just don't ever want to like see them again.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just, it's different for everyone.
No, definitely.
Like right now, I don't know, something negative happened the other day. I think I maybe got into a fight, or I don't know, like with someone. I don't remember the specifics, but I just remember sitting in front of my journal and being like, okay, I don't think today it's gonna, like, journaling about it's gonna help.
Yeah.
I just wanted to forget it.
Yeah.
And I didn't journal about it because I felt like I didn't need it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like, right now, what I use my journal for is talking about my, like, meditation progress, kind of. I talk a lot about, what I do is when throughout the day, I see angel numbers. I write down the angel numbers and what it means.
Yeah.
And a thing I do also is every month I put like a top 10, top 20, depending like how much like music I've been listening to, but like of my top 10 or top 20 favorite songs.
Oh, that's cute.
So when I flip through my journal from like another year, I can go back to that month and like see what I've been listening to.
I like that type of journaling, but I think I'm using it as a way to vent too much, you know, and that's why I don't want to look at it anymore, because it's feelings I don't want to relive. But I really want to get into that, maybe like positive journaling, using it to using prompts, using you know, kind of methods to
I've been like also writing down habits I want to work on. I just feel right now I don't have a lot of negative thoughts, so I just don't have, just, it's not that I don't have problems, I just don't feel like it's helping me right now to write it down on a piece of paper. I guess it just depends, like, my problems aren't big enough to write down. I guess it's not just, you know, because it's maybe more like small problems, like, I don't know, fights with people, and I'm able to forget about it quickly. And I feel like when I journal about something negative, it's something that's been troubling me for maybe a longer time. Yeah. But I go through phases, honestly.
I do write about some of the things I've done that day or that week, or specific fights I've had with people and things. And more than anything, it's just like worries that are on my mind, or things I feel like I've done that I'm not proud of. And that's why I just don't, like, I'm kind of associated with more of like a therapy thing than something I want to keep as a momentum, as a keepsake, you know. It's something that I probably will burn because it's just something for me to vent.
Like,
so there's definitely lots of different ways that you can journal, and it's very interesting.
For me, like, writing in a journal is a mix of like everything that we just mentioned. Like, other years I feel like I've been writing more about like negative, just what I also do is when I have something to say to someone and I can't say it to them because for whatever reason, I write a letter to them in my journal. Yes. And that always helps me a lot, because you're able to get rid of like everything you wanted to say, and you put it out there. Like, it's not in your mind, you know. For me, it's, if I have something to say to someone, I kind of imagine myself having a conversation with them in my head. Yeah. And it helps me just to write it down on a piece of paper and just imagine that I'm talking to them. And they don't interrupt you. You get to say everything you got to say.
It makes you feel 100% much better, you know.
Yes. And that's maybe a tip if, like, you can't, I don't know, just
talk
ex-boyfriend,
to someone. Yes, if you've got
dad,
something to say and you need to get it out there. Yeah, really interesting.
So we mentioned before that like, we don't use prompts, but it's a great way to actually get into journaling if you don't know where to start. And you can always use prompts. Like, prompts are like little questions that
like, what are you grateful for? You know, what have you done, you know, today? And I think I am going to start using them. Honestly, I think I want to segue out of this negative. Well, I guess I'm realizing the negativity that I've been putting into my journal, and I kind of want to do more positive journaling. So I think I'm going to use prompts. I think that's what I'm going to do. You know, to write down things that I do want to remember and do want to read, because that could be nice. Yeah,
just like things you're grateful for. I don't know, I guess I do that when I don't really know what to write down. I just write down maybe like what I've been doing during the day / week, and like what I've been up to, and like maybe some things I'm grateful for. Just that's usually but like I don't use like specific questions like I don't know, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, I can never
Like,
answer those
yeah,
questions.
no, that's the thing. I don't know.
No.
Like, I
No.
just don't feel like it. I just can't write it down. It
No.
doesn't help me. But you can find a lot of like interesting prompts on like Pinterest and everything.
Yes.
So you can find like a list.
Mhm.
Just Google like journaling ideas, prompts, whatever, and you can find some.
Of course. Okay, so I have another question. Do you write about people like badly? Like, do you kind of burn people in your journal?
I mean,
Just
I do
out
that
of curiosity.
in the sense of like what I said before, like
Mm-hmm.
when I write letters to them, if
Uh-huh.
it's stuff I can't say, that's when I write like mostly like about people.
Okay, but for example, if someone's been a bitch to you that week, would you write it down and be like, oh, so and so was such a bitch?
I don't know. I don't. If unless it's like something very specific,
Mm-hmm.
and the other person was mean to me for like no reason,
Yeah.
I guess I would write it down. But it's
Mhm.
more like, honestly, if I do it about someone, it's more my dad. I don't worry. I don't write in my journal. Alessia's been a bitch to me this week.
That's
Don't.
what I'm trying to find out. No, because I was just curious because I don't do that, but I do bitch about my family a lot. So I guess
Mm.
what you mean about your dad,
Yeah.
I get that a lot. So I was just
No,
curious.
yeah, like maybe my parents just in general,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
just if
Like-
it's like a situation that's like
Mhm.
recurring and like it's if someone says something to me out of context, I usually don't think about it a lot. But like if it's something that happens over and over and over again, you know, like just keeps building up and like
Yeah.
this person said this to me today, and then like a few days later, oh, and they said this to me, you know, and it
Mhm.
keeps building up.
Yeah.
I write it down. If it's
Okay.
just like
A one-off.
a
yeah.
one-off, I don't.
Okay, I get that. Yeah. Okay, so our last topic or segment from this episode is astral projection. So, astral projection is a term used to describe an intentional out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of a soul called an astral body that is separate from the physical body and capable of traveling through the universe. Okay, so there's a lot of ignorance on the topic, people who don't think it's real, people who think it's dangerous, but honestly, astral projection is something that positive and often it's described as beneficial. Any person can get to the point of having a conscious astral projection, and there's even a science that studies astral projection, which is called projectiology, which sounds kind of funny, but projectiology, and it's the study of astral projection.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, there is
Like,
even a study on it.
I think there's a lot of misinformation about astral
Definitely.
projection, just like a lot of
Yeah.
people that aren't informed
Yes.
and they like spread like
Very ignorant.
misinformation.
Yeah. So a little bit of history on astral projection. So ancient Hindus, medieval civilizations, Egyptians, Inuits, Amazonian and Japanese cultures have all written of experiences related to astral travel, like all of them. And there's even remote evidence that in ancient Egypt, so like between 5,000 and 3,000 years ago, there was Egyptian priests that knew of the existence of the astral body, and they even left inscriptions and drawings on the walls of many temples and buildings representing astral projection, and they referred to it as the car. So it's the idea of having a physical and astral body, and that was basically what their whole religion even was based on. So it's so interesting.
It is.
It's often described as ancient. The whole idea of astral projection is it's so old, it's ancient, you know, and people today are still so ignorant about it and don't believe, you know.
I just feel like it's not a thing here, like maybe in just European culture, just
Yeah.
like modern culture,
Of course.
where a lot of people are Christians and don't believe in this type of like
Mhm.
things.
Alternatively, though, something that I didn't mention, but in my research, there's also biblical, like, experience of astral projection. So whenever a religious person will try to tell you that it's bullshit, you say to them, read the Bible.
Yeah.
There's even, like, annotations of it in the Bible. So it's something that is obviously very well known and ancient, you know? That obviously people have been experiencing since the dawn of time, you know?
Yeah. I just feel like we're so like every day, like we're so attached to this like physical form,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people think this is all there is. I mean, we're taught basically that this is all there is.
Yeah.
But it's so much more, and it opens like such a big door.
Yeah.
On just like reality and like consciousness.
It can be a lot to wrap your mind around,
of course.
You know.
And I understand a lot of people are scared of it because
not ready for that.
Yeah, because it's unknown. But you can find nowadays with the internet a lot of information about it. So
there's books, there's so much information.
There's so much information. Yeah, just do your research and find the good people to trust.
Yes.
That's very important too.
It's all about opening your mind, you know, to new experiences, new things. It's scary. I mean, when I first started researching, I was like, well, this is kind of scary. But realizing that it's something that is so ancient and so, like, studied even, you know, you realize it's a possibility and it's something you could do as well, you know?
Yeah.
Anyone can have an astral projection experience.
And it's you know, it's safe if you do it right. It's safe. Like a lot of people think that while you're astral projecting, you're leaving your body unprotected, and that's not really true. There's like this kind of like your soul does leave your body, like kind of to like just explain it roughly.
Yeah.
But you're always linked to your body.
Of course.
So nothing else can enter your body.
Yes, it's your body. Yes.
It's your body. You're linked to it. Like
of course.
No matter how far away you are, you like no one else can.
Yeah.
Just
of course. So that, you know, definitely inform yourself if you would like to do it, you know. There's so many good sources out there, and that's kind of how I got into it through Lise. She like was into it too and started explaining to me some things, and I've just found it so interesting since researching it. It's
I kind of got into it because on TikTok I started seeing these people talking about the gateway experience. I mean, I knew about astral projecting before, but I don't know why I never got into it, because I thought that it was only for people who could, either you could do it or you couldn't, you know?
Yeah.
And it's actually not true. You can like learn it. And like there's this like study by the Monroe Institute of Applied Sciences called the Gateway Experience. So it's a bunch of tapes that explain, like they help you to astral project. It's like kind of like, it's just a bunch of tapes that's kind of a meditation kind of, and it's kind of a guided meditation that help you to astral project, basically. Just a quick way to explain it.
If you need that extra help to, you know, do it and some guidance, it's a really good way.
So with the gateway experience comes like some documents, like it's basically scientific research on astral projecting, which sorry,
you couldn't see that, but I was trying to turn around my page really quietly
to not like, so it doesn't like
pick up in the audio. And
oh, so funny. Anyway,
we just lost her train of thought because I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was trying to flip her page and I just saw it, and very funny. Anyway, what was I saying? So with the Gateway Experience program, there's documents declassified by the CIA like recently, like I think 2003, 4, I don't know if I'm right. So these documents explain scientifically how it works to astral project and what it is, and just in general. And it's very interesting because I always believed in astral projecting. I always knew it was real because I kind of was raised that way.
Of course.
My parents are spiritual and my dad has always taught me about this kind of stuff. But seeing it, like, just reading about it. So I kind of saw these videos. This like YouTuber called Zaina Quadrer, she made a series, like I think it's a 10-part series, and like she goes through the documents and explains what, like, she kind of simplifies them, you know. She goes through the documents and it's just super interesting because it talks from like astral projection to consciousness, just just everything. And it's so interesting how she explains it, and how it's just written in these documents, like this scientific way of like seeing all this, because it's a like kind of a best way for like a human mind to understand. You know, I feel like it's very easy, like it's easy to talk about things.
I think they even made it a science, you know, a projectiology, so people would be more accepting, you know, could understand it more, see it as something. I guess when people see something as scientific and not magical, they are more inclined to think it's safe.
Just
and believe.
And just if you can't see it, it isn't real. Or if you can just,
so that's what like these documents do. They help you grasp it in a different way. You know.
And it's just very interesting. So I kind of have the theory of of my own. So I would say that I have astral projected, not consciously. Yeah. Because if you're probably familiar with like sleep paralysis. So it's when you're it happens during like REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement, like that one stage where you're dreaming. Yeah. And your brain kind of just wakes up, but your body is still paralyzed. And there's a lot of stories about people seeing like things in their room, like entities, or just very like there's a lot of like different things that happen during like sleep paralysis. You're just basically, you can't move your body, you have your eyes closed, but you still see your room, and you see just like,
I've experienced that.
So for me, like how you mentioned it before, you said that astral projection is, sorry for the paper noises, I don't know if it's described as an intentional out-of-body experience. And my kind of theory is that sleep paralysis is an unintentional astral projection. Yeah. So, because astral projection is kind of like, you can leave your body, you see everything around you without opening your eyes.
Of course.
And that kind of happens to you while you're having sleep paralysis. But the thing is, you get scared. So that's why you see all these like I read somewhere that if you're seeing negative entities, it's kind of a reflection of your own fear. Okay. It's not really real. No. So it's just a reflection of your own fear. And like, just because of the fact that you did it unintentionally, well, you get scared because you don't know what's happening. Yeah. So that's kind of why a lot of people have negative like experiences while having sleep paralysis.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's kind of my take.
That's all we have to say for that. We could talk about this topic for hours. Yeah. But
we have to leave.
Yeah. We're in a bit of a rush.
We have to get the bus. Okay, so yeah.
Peace out. Bye. I'm joking.
So thank you for listening to this episode about meditation, journaling, and astral projection.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed and you took something from this episode.
Yes, and next week's episode is going to be about our favorites. So
from the month of February, some recommendations. It's going to be good.
So hope you tune in.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.